Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do a unboxing for AXEL City 2. It is a 2D based fighting game for the exA-Arcadia arcade system. This was released for worldwide consumption about a week ago or so. I want to say this might be the first arcade, or I should say the first fighting game that's going directly to the arcades for 2023. A lot of the mainstream fighting games, think Street Fighter 6 or Tekken 8, are debuting on the home consoles this time around, and then hopefully we get a port to the arcades later sometime in 2024. We'll have a follow-up video to talk about that in more depth, but that's the hope. But as of right now, let's get inside of here and take a look at what we have. Like I said, this one right here, just got it recent. And as always, when you buy arcade games from the company, I go directly to the website and I order it directly from the company. Real easy. And they always pack everything well. So it's never been a worry about getting it damaged or anything like that. So inside, you can see the wrapping. We'll pull this out, set this to the side, and then we'll start the unwrapping. Set this to the side. Okay. We'll turn this around. We'll bring it up a little closer so you can see. And we'll do it like this as well. AXEL City 2. Okay. Alright, so let's open this up. It always opens up in a nice little roll like this. All of the exA-Arcadia games generally come like this. So inside, you just simply pull it out. Set this to a side, and then open this up. Slides to you. That's normally your game cartridge. And here's all your posters and artwork. So let's go and take a look at that stuff first. So, as always, they have high quality artwork and posters. And I'm gonna just make it a little easier for myself. Okay, so first off, huge poster. Once again, nice quality, very nice material. One day I might actually start hanging up some of these exA-Arcadia posters I have. Right now I just keep them secure. But that's a very nice poster. Next up, we have marquees. And let's take it out of here because there might be a glare. And it feels like there's multiple in here. And they are. Okay, so this is marquee number 1. And let's see behind here, it looks like you get multiples. Same thing, but you get multiples in case one gets damaged, which is always nice. And then we have our instruction manual for your game installation and everything else. For those who are new to this channel and you're just, what is the exA-Arcadia? It is a 4-slot arcade board. Similar, think of it as like the original neo-geo. Your games come on cartridges. You can put your games in the cartridges. You can put your cartridges in the slot, and then you can select whatever game you want from the menu when you start up your arcade system. So you could have, you know, 4 different kinds of games in there, and the user can pick whatever they want and play. Really nice system. So that's the instructions. After that, we have the move strips, which is, I'm not going to go through all of them, but there's a lot. You can see here how many. It looks like there might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different move strips there. And they have all the different characters on here. As I said, there's over 40 different characters in this game, in this fighting game, which is kind of nice. So you should be able to find something that fits your archetype. So we got these here. Let's see here. So it looks like they doubled up, which is nice. So we got 2 that are of that same style there, once in case you get something damaged. And then we have some other characters here. Right? And as you can see, it looks like it's a 6-button game, and they're telling you the controls there. Standard, everything else. A lot of things. It's a lot of systems to delve into here. And then they give us another version for people who are more interested in English. So you get the Japanese version of the move strips, and you also get the English version of the move strips, which is convenient. However you want to display this in your arcade. So you get same thing like before, 2 different versions of everything for all characters, either in English or in Japanese. You get both versions of the move strips, which is convenient depending on the location you are going to have the game running in your arcade. All right, so that being said, let's go and get the arcade game out. Set this to the side. And the game itself. So there's the game. Oops, let's get it back in focus for everybody. Right here. And there you can see the model number in the game, your warning, and your standard inputs there. Standard things for all exA-Arcadia arcade games. So there you have it. This is AXEL City 2. And that's the arcade game, and that's everything that came with it. This one didn't have a special edition like Samurai Showdown 5, where we had the huge marquees and the huge pop-outs and everything else. So this is a more traditional release, as you will. But I'm very excited to get into this. It's a huge number of characters on here, a lot of different systems and everything else. So I'll be going through, obviously, and doing gameplay videos with the different characters. It's going to take a while, but it's fun. It's like I said, there's not a lot of new fighting games coming out right now for the arcade scene. They're all going right now to the consoles first. I really, really, really hope that we get at least a Tekken 8 release in 2024. So I'll be on the lookout for that. I need to contact some people. I'm thinking that they just wanted to do everything to the consoles version just for the first time around, and then later just do one release. I think it was a pain with a lot of the updates they had to do for the different seasons for Tekken 7, and a lot of stuff went on for that. So if they do make it for the arcade version, it might be more of a complete version that comes out where all of the DLC and everything else is just there, and it's just one bundle. You buy it all at once, which is all easy. If you guys remember, I waited quite a while before I bought Tekken 7, the arcade version of Tekken 7, just because I didn't want to deal with all of the updates of getting the base Tekken 7 and then getting the upgraded version of Tekken 7 and then getting all the seasons. And so I waited a couple of years before I bought Tekken 7 just because of the whole updates and everything else you need to do. So one of the downsides of not getting the arcade version first is you don't have it to play earlier than the consoles, which is a bummer. But on the plus side, when I get it this time, if assuming that they do go forward and release it, it will have all the characters, at that certain point in time. So pluses and minuses and as everything goes. But as more I hear about the arcade version of Tekken 8, and the more I hear about that, I will definitely update the channel and let you guys know. And obviously whenever it gets released, you can count that I will have a version of it here. But as for now, for AXEL City 2, I'm going to get this installed in the exA-Arcadia, and then after that, start some gameplay. I don't know which is going to be my first character, but I think that's always an interesting thing. They have so many different characters on here and everything else. It's just going to be fun to go through it. And the modes is kind of interesting because they have a practice mode, they got arcade mode, they have story mode. A lot of different modes they have actually in this game that you wouldn't expect in your standard arcade game. It's almost as though you can consider it like they made it a console game with the number of modes they have in the arcade version, which is kind of unique. A lot of arcade games with just the bare bones sit down 2-player mode, and you have a 5 or 6 character stage arcade mode, and when you finish it, it just said game over with no story or anything like that, or no character ending. So this one has a lot of things going for it. Really interested to see the artwork, which just by the trailers and everything else I saw was pretty good. So yeah, we'll get this going. So thank you all for getting this far in the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing and checking out the video. If you always have any questions about anything arcade related, feel free to post them in the channel, and I'll always try to get back to you, whether it's about the exA-Arcadia or any other arcade hardware, Naomi stuff, System 57 stuff, Type X stuff, any kind of questions you might have about arcade games or about the actual arcade hardware itself, where you want to play it, where you're going to play on the Sega system, or you're going to play it through a Vulex system. Anything, if you have any questions about that stuff, feel free to pop a question on the video or any of the other videos on the channel. And yeah, I'll be glad to help you guys out. As always, thanks everybody. I'll talk to you later. Peace.